People are saying that V apparently might have posted something of his previous relationship. We also have the Blackpink comeback being talked about and how it's been canceled, as well as clips resurfacing that people are saying are romantic. So you don't leave this Dave Desai, let's get into it. We need to talk about the specific Blackpink comeback, and of course, if you're not very much interested in this, then you can go through the timestamp and kind of click through or skip to the stories that you are interested in. But I definitely wanted to talk about this because I think this relates to every single person and every single fandom. The girls have been pretty open about this idea that they are still together as a group and they're just kind of working on their solo stuff right now, and there's clearly no beef between any of the girls, and they have every intention of coming back together. In fact, it was believed that they signed a deal to make a comeback in 2025, but a lot of people believe that that has been canceled. Don't know why. The reason I think people believe that it has been canceled is because it seems like allegedly the girls do not care about the group anymore. This started circulating because people were upset that the girls had not mentioned their Blackpink anniversary. All the girls right now are doing their own solo stuff, and none of them decided to mention the group, and it made a lot of people feel like the group is no more, or that the girls themselves do not care about that. Now, I totally 100% understand dedicating your time to something and supporting Blackpink so much, loving them so much, streaming their music, and just putting in all this effort to support them, and then feel like those girls clearly don't care about the group anymore. However, whatever happened to just going with the flow? While I would love some more music from them as a group, I totally do not mind them releasing music individually. In fact, we've been able to get a lot more music with them releasing it individually. Not only that, the girls have been able to play to each other's own strengths and have been able to do things like be on TV shows or start their own record label or just do a lot of crazy things. And it's so cool to be able to just enjoy the ride and see where things will go if the girls come back together in the future. The girls had mentioned at one point that they are still doing Blackpink, so they likely will come back together at one point. But if they don't come back anytime soon, that's okay too, and you can still enjoy some of the solo music that they are creating. I don't know how to say this kind of nicely, but at the end of the day, the love that we show towards artists and the time and energy that we put towards something should be the same as we're putting towards a hobby. We might want to invest a lot of time into a hobby, but if it doesn't work out, the point of the hobby isn't for it to work out. It's just something to kind of pass the time. And I think that this is a huge problem that the industry and we as a society have nowadays, where people are really passionate about things that shouldn't be more than just passive things. You will never see me get so upset over an artist that I'm crying about the fact that they're not doing group work anymore. I'll probably cry if something were to happen to a favorite celebrity of mine, like death or that sort of stuff. But crying because they're not making music anymore or whatever, that's not ever going to happen. And to some degree, I feel like some of these people who are upset over things like this have to go and touch grass because it's not that serious. And even if the girls never decide to become a group again, however, those are not the only clips that were resurfacing and being talked about. There were a lot of clips coming up about Jimin and JK. Some people were trending older clips and they felt like those clips now take on a different meaning because a lot of people now think that the two are in a relationship together. One of the clips that they kind of mashed up together or created was a compilation of moments where JK was wondering just where Jimin was, just making jokes like, oh, when you're busy, you don't think about me, or you don't want to talk to me. And a bunch of those moments were compiled together. And people were just saying, look, they clearly want to see each other all the time and they're clearly in a relationship together. I think that these clips are absolutely adorable and cute and can really show what type of relationship that you can have with, or that they have with each other. Could it be romantic? Because you could say that this is a romantic partner, and could you say that this is a partner that was just like in the music industry and was also very successful and didn't always have time to see the other partner like you would have with normal relationships? Because let's be real, a celebrity relationship is not normal by any means. And my answer to this is yes, this can definitely happen, and it could happen exactly like this, like how Jimin and JK's relationship are. However, when I first saw it, my first thought wasn't that. My first thought when seeing the clip was more so along the lines of they just don't see each other that often, and they want to. They're close. They have this idea of creating this show together, and they just want to do that. Some people consider these dating clips, and you can definitely consider it that, because whether you want to consider it a romantic relationship or a platonic one, the boys are on dates. They are spending time together, and they're having a lot of fun doing that. One of the biggest things that I think is interesting when talking about two people in a group being in a relationship together is just the fact that the two of them obviously had grown up together, and you might not see that person that you know as a brother in that way intimately and as a romantic partner. Like, there would be none of that initial spark. It almost feels like if you were to find your siblings attractive. And there are siblings in which both of the kids were adopted and they're not blood related at all. But how often do you see those two people end up being in a relationship together? Probably not, because they see each other as family, because they know everything about each other. And that's kind of the relationship that all the boys have with each other. Now, are there lovers that have loved each other since they were very young? Absolutely. But a lot of them had started dating at that point, if that makes sense. Like, it was clear that they were in a relationship from the very early start. And the basis of that was a relationship, because if you always see each other as a romantic lover and you always see each other in that romantic way or even in that sexual way, it's easy to keep thinking that way. But it would be very difficult to think of someone who you feel is a brother in a sexual way, which is exactly what they call each other all the time. Brother. And how strange would it be to say brother, but then have sex with each other? Like, these are the questions that people don't ever talk about. I'd love to hear what people think about that. The rumors online are absolutely crazy, and there are so many different rumors about so many different things. One was very interesting, and seeing the screenshots or seeing how people were talking about it, I definitely thought it was different than what it actually was. So basically what happened was V posted on his Instagram story a photo of several different songs that he was listening to. So these were screenshots from, I believe, Spotify. And he posted, I think, like 5 different songs and 5 different screenshots, and they were different artists ranging from Mac Miller and several others. One of them was none other than Rosé, and people definitely took notice of that. Now, this was strange because he also posted about several other artists, but Rosé was the only one that got maybe more attention. The song that he posted about her was talking about how she misses her lover. So the premise of the lyrics in this song, if you look up the lyrics, it says that, like, don't leave right away and that sort of stuff. So now, of course, people were definitely putting several things together, one of which was the fact that Rosé was obviously in a group and one of the members had a huge dating rumor with Jennie. Also, if he were to post anything like this like several years ago, he would have gotten so much backlash, whereas now it's just more so speculation and less backlash. But people thought that because he posted this specific song and he had an alleged former relationship with one of the members, that this was proof, or this was his way of hinting towards the fact that he did have a formal relationship with Jennie and that he misses Jennie right now. These are wild speculations, and of course I don't think that they are true at all, because the way that people were talking about this made it seem like he only posted Rosé's song. He posted several different songs with several different meanings, as he was just sharing what he had been listening to. Rosé's album is high on the charts right now, and it's really good. People like it, and people love the lyrics. People love the whole artistic aspect of it. V is appreciating the art just as much as he appreciates every other artist that is on the list. And truth be told, I think that this is so beautiful. I love the fact that he is sharing his interests and he is sharing the artists that he likes to listen to, because how often can a K-pop artist actually do that? And how often do they get to do that without getting any backlash? People should be more excited about seeing these screenshots than they should be about speculating or maybe even a little bit angry. Now, of course, I didn't see anything that hinted towards people being angry, but that doesn't mean that that didn't happen and there wasn't any. I just didn't see it. Because this gives us a good look into the type of music that he might be listening to and the type of music that he might go forward and make. So we can expect that perhaps the next album, or if he decides to take part in the writing process of BTS, that there could be music that kind of is like this or inspired by this type of style, either melody-wise or lyrically. Let me know what you think. Make sure to check out Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks for this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.